I thought United played well for the majority of the game. They do tend to collapse in games when they concede a goal. That, I say, it didn't happen. They didn't concede after.
They didn't concede again.
Didn't concede again after the first one. They conceded a couple of chances, but they've stayed. Look, they're right in this game. There's no doubt about that. Going next week, it's where the goal's going to come from. United didn't create an awful lot of chances. Obviously, Xerxes got the goal. Hoyland, again, didn't really look that much of a goal threat. I thought he was quicker than their centre-halves. I thought they missed a little bit of a trick, Manchester United, to just dink it in behind him, a little bit of backspin. He can run onto it because he was quicker than them. I don't think they got much pace.
We'll get back to Scholes in just a quick second, but remember, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button so that you know when the next Big D video hits. And also, as always, you know what to do. If something is bubbling up inside of you that you need to express, the comment section is for you. Please put your thoughts in the comments. The Big D reads all of the comments, and I am always interested in what you have got to say. Now, in this clip, we're going to be hearing from Ruben Amorim and his reaction to the game and the result against Real Sociedad. Please excuse the Big D. Away in the Europa League, the only trophy that Manchester United can possibly win this season. And then after Ruben Amorim, we're going to hear from Paul Scholes, legendary Manchester United midfielder. And then after that, stick around for after the clip, because the Big D is going to be giving his thoughts on what they have got to say. Here they are.
Right, are you happy with that or not?
No, I felt until the penalty we had the control of the game, and then I think the penalty changed a little bit the momentum. I felt our team in the last 30 minutes were really tired, and you can feel it in the game. So we take this stage to Old Trafford. It's going to be a different game. The pressure is going to be on us in that stadium, and we have to be ready. I think the key will be surviving physically to Sunday, and to be ready and fresh to Thursday.
What did change in that last half hour after the penalty to lose control? Was it just fatigue, or was there anything else?
No, the momentum changed, but I think it was clearly fatigue. We were late on the balls, even in transitions. You feel that the pace was different, and they were stronger in that 30 minutes.
The goal, when it did come though, lovely move down the right-hand side. The combination between Xerxes and Garnacho on the right, was that a deliberate attempt to get Garnacho on that right-hand side? So we've seen him off the left, but he seemed to have a lot of success on the right tonight.
We look at the opponent, the way they try to press, where is the space, which player is going to follow the run, and we try to imagine the right characteristics for that game. So we try to change different things to expose the opponent different things.
Before the game, you said that you wanted to see your side be much better in possession with the ball. Do you think you saw that tonight?
Yes, I think until the penalty we had good possessions. We know that they jumped really strong to our pressure. We can put the ball behind. Our decision in the last third sometimes is not the better decision, but we had good moments in the game. Yeah, I felt that.
As they say in the final third, the decision making, it seemed to be frustrating in the first half, in particular watching you on the touchline. Was that the main frustrations? Was one from Diogo Dalot, where he could have played the ball in first time?
Yeah, he has the advantage, and Rasmus did the sprint to win the position, but that can happen, and they cannot focus on that. They have to move on to the next play, and we move on to the next game.
Appreciate your time, thank you.
Thank you very much.
He's always honest in his interviews, Paul, something that we spoke about a little bit earlier. He said there he could see fatigue in his players, he could see they were tired. Could you see that?
I'm not sure it's fatigue. I think they just injected a little bit of pace, which they hadn't had in the game. I think Becker and Oscarson, as we said, were quicker players that they actually had. They had some nice technical players, don't get me wrong, but these two brought a little bit of speed to it. I thought United played well for the majority of the game. They do tend to collapse in games when they concede a goal. That, I say, it didn't happen. They didn't concede after.
They didn't concede again.
Didn't concede again after the first one. They conceded a couple of chances. But they've stayed. Look, they're right in this game. There's no doubt about that. Going next week, it's where the goal's going to come from. United didn't create an awful lot of chances. Obviously, Xerxes got the goal. Hoyland, again, didn't really look that much of a goal threat. I thought he was quicker than their centre-halves. I thought they missed a little bit of a trick, Manchester United, to just dink it in behind him, a little bit of backspin, he can run onto it, because he was quicker than them. I don't think they got much pace at all at the back. You thought Garnacho maybe picked up a little injury.
I don't know, he didn't look like, we've seen him live so many times, he didn't look like he had that burst, and he had something taped round his knee, and we know he's carried something before, so I don't want to be too critical of him, because I didn't feel he was himself tonight, and maybe he just had a poor game, who knows, but I don't think
weren't you seeing?
Physically, I don't think the output, and I think the manager is right. I do think fatigue played a part. I don't know with Garnacho, like I said, he had his knee taped up.
He looks like he's sulking a little bit to me, Karen.
But Scholes, they haven't played. He hasn't maybe won the game that he thought. They haven't dominated the game. I don't know. I'm just trying to see. I do think fatigue was a factor tonight. I think the first half you had momentum, you had the chances, you didn't take them. And as the game stretches up, you're asking big distances to run. They bring on subs. He's got no one to bring on. So actually, for the first. Not the first time I agree with him, I actually do hear what he's saying in that aspect.
Could some of it maybe be mental fatigue as well? Because it's been such a poor season for United overall.
I'm not having the fatigue, but I think they're all right. I just think they injected a little bit of pace, and that was it. I don't think there's great legs in this Manchester United team tonight, but they didn't need them. We saw Bruno and Casemiro. Casemiro has been slagged off probably all his career for not great legs, but he's a great footballer. He knows how to play the position. He was never threatened tonight, and I don't think that'll happen next week either. As well, I think where I was a little bit disappointed with Garnacho, his biggest strength is running through. He gives you penetration. Sometimes he makes the wrong decisions. Yeah, he does. He creates the wrong finish, or he doesn't give the right ball. But it's just that lack of energy tonight from him, and a little bit of sulkiness, I think. And look, he'll get better, and he needs to get better, because they haven't really got anything else to call upon. Have they?
Considering the overall quality of the opposition tonight, and I know you said that 1-1 draw to take away from coming away from home in Europe isn't a bad result, but is it another game where they should have got a better result?
You could argue that, but it's not always easy coming to these places. We've seen that over the years. Going to any European away game is difficult. So I don't think it was the most hostile of atmospheres. I think I've seen better atmospheres, and I think United, they played well without looking like actually going on to win the game convincingly, if you know what I mean. They were always in the game. They were never going to be out of the game for next week. Again, a slight concern is where the goals are going to come from. I think, look, they should win at home, but we say this every single time, and sometimes they disappoint.
Will they? One word? Will they win? Go on, we've got to go. Give me one word.
Yes. Cool.
Yeah, yes, he says yes. Karen?
Yes, come on.
There we go. We are going to be pitchside next week, live at Old Trafford.
Oh, I tell you, I mean, you can certainly see why Paul Scholes was never successful as a football manager. I mean, just listening to him talk at times. Can you imagine having to listen to a team talk every single week when he's just talking? It's just, oh, goodness me, eh? Come on, Scholesy. To be fair, I mean, in that analysis there, he was actually a little bit complimentary of Manchester United for a change. I mean, has he been drinking something before, like, while he's watching the game? Has he got like a little vial of JD in his pocket or something like that? I don't know. But he was actually a little bit complimentary of Manchester United. He thinks they're going to win in the next leg, the second leg at Old Trafford, which the Big D is going to be at. So, yeah, it's certainly a change, because I've said this time and time again. These United pundits, they can't wait to kick the team. They can't. It's very rare I hear a United ex-pro who comments on these games and has given them any kind of credit over the past 10 years. And we haven't been crap for 10 years. There's been a couple of instances, we had some good teams. We come second under Mourinho, third and second under Ollie. But even then, these ex-pros were battering them. It's weird. It's weird because it feels like, to me, that Liverpool had the same problem in the 90s. You had all the ex-Liverpool pros, like Hansen and all those guys, Lawrenson, etc., being the pundits during the 90s, and they were criticising Liverpool standards in the 90s, and the team was crap. And it wasn't until the ex-Liverpool pros started to retire from punditry that Klopp's team started to come into its own, and then eventually they started winning games and winning trophies and whatnot. That can't be coincidence. There's got to be something there. And I feel as though United are going through their version of the 90s, their version of Liverpool's 90s. Because, it doesn't matter who Man United have in midfield now. They're never ever going to live up to Roy Keane's standards. They're not. He's going to find something. I think that guy is born to moan, and I think Paul Scholes is born to moan a little bit as well. But as I say, he must have been having a wee nip of whiskey before the game tonight. But I mean, the players are knackered. What's Paul Scholes on? The players are knackered, and I'm not surprised. They've been battered all season. They'll be physically drained, and they will be mentally drained as well. And don't forget, everyone's injured. Everyone's injured. Martinez, Shaw, Ugarte was injured tonight. Who else? I mean, I can get it up. Diallo, he's injured as well. I mean, it's not as if we can chop and change too much. And there's some players in that side that can't run because they're too old. Like Casemiro and Eriksen, for instance. So, that was a good result for Man United tonight. 1-1 away in the Europa League. That's a good result. And they were unlucky. They could have got the win. And Xerxes getting better. Telling you now, Xerxes is a player. He's a player. And he seems to suit Amorim's system, just playing in that deep lying forward role. He is. And with regards to Rashford, he looks a little bit sulky. Well, like I mentioned in a previous video, he's going through a little bit of an attitude adjustment at the moment. And an adjustment for the better as well. So, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that result tonight. 1-1 away against Real Sociedad. And if there's one thing that Paul Scholes said there that was correct, and that is no away game in Europe is an easy game. They're always tough. So considering that United team its confidence is rock bottom, and they're knackered, and the squad's depleted, I think they had about 2 subs tonight. The Big D exaggerates. The subs, they didn't have a lot, but the subs that they had tonight were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they had 7 subs. 7 out of 12 subs that they could have taken if they had enough players. And they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players injured. Luke Shaw, Bayinda, Diallo, Maguire, Johnny Evans, Menu, Martinez, Ugarte, Mason Mount. So they've actually got a full midfield injured. And a full defence. And a goalkeeper. They've got a full team injured. It's mental. Mental. Anyway, but yeah, good result tonight. I'm happy with that. We're going to go into the match next week on a high, hopefully. We're going to go into the Arsenal game on a little bit of a high, but I am worried because Dorgu's not playing. And I'm not necessarily saying that Dorgu would win us the match, but Dorgu does offer a really nice balance to the team, so we might struggle against Arsenal at the weekend, and the Big D is going to be at that one as well. But the Big D's going for the crack more than anything. Yeah, and he's going to try and enjoy it. But what do you guys think? What do you think of the game tonight? Was it a good result? Do you think Scholes is right? Did we not look tired, or what? Thoughts in the comments, and the Big D will see you in the next one.